This is the cutting edge of the I don't know where going this a while ago, but I'm not going to fight the power. Give thanks. This is the last Wednesday in this month here, and may I tell you, trust me, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months, the thing get away. If the thing I go so quick, trust me. Cause them still have all winter in some place in America there. Yeah, still have winter. But today I watch the news and it's like I go follow Sister P, Rasta. Yeah, I watch the news and I go follow Sister P because it depresses you. The news depresses you in Jamaica right now too much. Cause I see a news a while ago that I say, wow, them way there. So, Sister P, trust me, I never vote for you, but I go follow you with this one here. Don't listen to the news. Watch the news. See it. I will wait and watch. I will listen to it on RFM, the Blackberry station. You understand? Because, trust me, man. Trust me. Believe you me. I want to keep in a positive spirit as called to Sister P. When you watch the news, too much negativity. But it's not evil. The thing is that it is up to Sister P to prevent a lot of this negativity from flowing on the TV, because it's what is happening in the country that is causing the whole heap of negativity. And whole heap of it can be dealt with so as not to make the news so gross according to how we see it. This is the cutting edge on RFM. We're there with you on next Wednesday. Duty mandating that them listen to this tune and say plant some tree. Plant a tree, Rasta. Believe you me, we need the people them to wake up to this reality. That it is very important that each person plant a tree. Yes, plant something. As a matter of fact, plant something, Rasta, because trust me, the thing I get away. The thing I get away. And we always promote farming on this radio station, yeah. And we are trying to motivate the youth them to realize, yeah, your finger can wash off. Yeah, your finger can wash off. Trust me, because what you know, well, people walk all on the road. People all want to say, Muta, you walk on the road with your foot and all them something there. And look, the thing is that, my foot wash when we reach home. You see, them shoes there no wash, none at all. It's man, I go in the bedroom with the dirty shoes that come from out the road. You understand? Me make sure, say, certain things happen before me decide to go jump in my bed or even do certain things in my house. You have people when I wash them shoes. So, the dirt when they on the bottom of your shoes, is really a problem in your house, So, if you can't carry that dirt there in your house, we come from all over the road and all them something there. Why to the dirt in your yard? Why you not just stick some tree in the dirt? Don't up your finger, little man. Make your finger touch the earth and kiss the earth, little, and then you go wash it off. A serious thing. We need some more planting because these people now really facilitate the ambience. How we call it ambience now to make people feel like say, yeah, something to plant and you're supposed to feel good. So we are trying our best. We want to yield up the brethren. We up in a Cavaliers there. Trust me, man. Believe you me, the brethren tell me say I'm going to leave some things to me, but me never know say so much things I'm going to leave. So I yield up. I yield up the brethren. I yield up the brethren that pleasant, we don't reach out there so yet, but you see after everything cool down all the weekend, yeah, trust me, we're going to find yourself up there. So, I saw it go. We have a little program line up here, so we want a little interview for find out certain things, so we soon get to that. Meanwhile, with the fire. Passionately, yeah, man. Beat Ethiopian music out of Ethiopia. As you know, there was a conference held in Addis Ababa this 25th of May that gone here. Yes, African Liberation Day. The celebration of the 50th anniversary of the founding of the OAU, the Organization of African Unity. And Well, the Organization of African Unity is no more called the Organization of African Unity. It's called the AU, African Union. And many leaders, including the leader of Jamaica and our delegation, went to Ethiopia to take part in this historic event. We don't know what will come out of it, but we see that the government went there, and I know that a lot of things was spoken about. Further down the line, we will be finding out what was spoken about somewhere or another. If I don't find it out, I know Andrea Williams will find it out. Believe you me, we're going to find out what was happening there. We hope that one of the things that was discussed is this idea of visa for we as African people who never come upon a visa and a passport, according to what Junior Reid say, yet still we have to have visa for go a whole heap of country in Africa, except South Africa. For those of you who don't know, you don't have to have no visa to go to South Africa. Just buy a plane ticket, fly go to South Africa, and you will be accepted. It's just so it go. You don't have to have no visa. You don't have to go to the South African embassy, which is in Jamaica too. You don't have to go there if you go get no visa for go there. Have your passport, have your cash, pay your ticket, and you go to Ethiopia. You go to South Africa. Now, white people are traveling all over Africa, and none of them most of them not no visa for go there. It's weird. I mean, I don't know if the leaders of Africa not find that kind of strange. The leaders of Africa. I don't know if the people them, the leaders in the Caribbean, not find it staggering that over the years we are talking about this thing here. And it's like it just a fly out of one years and I go fly out of the other years and I go in the other years and I fly out too. Like them not say it's staggering because even in the Caribbean you saw the movement of people to and fro for goods and services and people traveling to and fro. It's like it get very difficult because Jamaicans know if you have visa for go to St. Martin. And the weirdest thing, if you have an American visa, you know, forget no say. Why it's strange, you know. Did you know as a Jamaican, if you have an American visa in your passport and you're going to St. Martin, you don't have to have no other visa. And if you do have an American visa, you have to go and apply for a visa to go to St. Martin. It's weird. It's crazy. It's crazy. And now, we are saying, how is it that we are finding it so difficult to move, even in the Caribbean, where white people come drop we off a different place, without visa or passport, and left with there. For fend for ourselves. And our yard, we over there, so now, and we are saying, boy, we want to go home. Go visit with family. And we have to all fly all through England. We have to go through all England. To go Africa. The same is a weird thing, you know, because them have, when we used to go to school, them have teach about this triangle. And what this triangle is, if you look at your map, you will see it. You will see England up at top. You will see Africa on the right hand side, on the right hand side of the map, and you will see the Caribbean on the left hand side. And according to school knowledge, them take the Africans them from Africa and carry them across the Atlantic. So, it do start this. So, we could start it another way. According to European stories that was told to us. The man them left England. We could start it from up at the top, up at the north, so. And if you look at your map, you see England up at top. And Africa by your right hand side. So them left England and travel from England, go to Africa. With an empty ship. Only people upon the ship is the workers them. And them take Africans from the west coast of Africa and carry them across the Atlantic. So that is two parts of the triangle they saw. And then now, them work upon the plantation, sugar cane, rum and all these things, addiction of sugar, because that is what did cause slavery. It's them addiction to alcohol and sugar. Because you see, black people now addicted to sugar just like all them people that addicted to sugar. So them take the sugar and the rum from the Caribbean here so and carry it to England. That now seal up the whole triangle. Now the devastating part of the triangle is the part from Africa to here so. When them take we and show upon this country, that little island, that little island, that little island, and them never ask if we want to go there. Them just sell you here, so sell you this, and sell you this, so. And that is that. Sometimes the ship overload. And for insurance purposes, sometimes them have to choose some slave. Wow. You know, I mean, really. Them have to choose some slave overboard. Especially if all them get high wind on the sea. If certain things are going, will look like the ship are got to overload, them just tip off some Africans off aboard, right at the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So, really and truly now, when we look on the condition of the Caribbean island as so now, and we are say, but most of the Caribbean island them run and controlled by black people. So if black people control most of the Caribbean island them, why we are making it so difficult for one another to move to and fro in the Caribbean? And if it's Africa we come from, how is it that these African leaders can recognize that the man, the people, them who enslave them, brethren them, and them sistren, can land in Africa without visa? All them have to show them passports, say, boy, them is either French, or them is British, or them is American, and them land free. You remember, say, we used to go to England as part of the Commonwealth, you know. And this is how we know, say, them people are just change things according to how they want to change the thing, and we can't like that, you know. Remember, so we used to just fly to England just like how we fly to South Africa, you know. We used to just buy a ticket and fly to England. We never used to have no visa. And because them say we're part of the Commonwealth, we are under the Queen. Yes, under the Queen. But no, rated. You have to go down at the visa office, stand up out of the road, and you have to go wait till one security call you inside, and then you have to sit down in the line, you know, sit up at the line. You sit down in the line, and you move round to your chair, to your name call at the door gate, not the gate, the little window, and then give you one ticket, and then tell you to go sit down again, and you have to wait this and that, and then sometimes you don't even get the visa, and you pay all sort of money, must be £300. Why, oh boy, we are tell you, the Rasta. Jackass said they hurt the level, and that true matter, they hurt the level at all, because watch it out. Yes, when English people are coming here, so, when they reach out at the airport, music all play for them, you see, look at our black sisters and brothers sitting and say, slide mangoes, your name gone abroad, mangoes, take that chicken, take it. And I say, what the hell is this? When you landed at Heathrow airport, you know, say, a guy a pinpoint out, you know, okay, that flight just land from Jamaica. We have to watch those guys, you know, Jamaicans is coming. Them just, pan them alert, you know. The Jamaicans are coming, it's like some Arabs land. Oh, yeah. You know, the slave master maintain his sovereignty. And we, you know, maintain our sovereignty because we never have no sovereignty in the first place. So the African leaders, them, must recognize that this is a travesty. That them brothers and sisters have to pay money. Imagine you go to Africa now and you have to send all your passport to Washington and New York to go get it stamped with an African visa. Can you imagine that? You have to take your passport, sign up form, put money, this, what name they check this, and send it, go to Washington or send it, go New York. For go get a stamp in it. What kind of world we are living in, Rasta? So South Africa lead the way, and South Africa said, no visa. You can just come. And you come down at South Africa, where you go anywhere. You understand? Now Ghana, where the port of in Ghana called Cape Coast, is where them ship a whole heap away. And then you have Senegal again, Almino, and that Gore Island. Yes, we go over Gore Island there. They have a little place that same like Almina and Cape Coast there, where them used to push with you and send we come over here. So, may I say, we still have a visa to go at them place there. Ghana. Oh, Ghana gets so liberal in its, what we call, development. And Jamaican people have a visa for Ghana, Rasta. After we go there so much time and we do so much things and we integrate in them. So me don't know where the Prime Minister, if the Prime Minister they talk about all these issues, because it's a serious issue. Very, very serious issue. It might look simple, but it's a very serious issue. It's impeding the movements of people to and fro. Because there was an airline from nothing, it's Nigerian airline that was started a move from Nigeria to Barbados. I don't know what happened to it. And it's much, much nearer to travel from the Caribbean here to the west coast of Africa. Even if you go through Brazil, it's 2,000 miles, almost less. Because imagine now you're going to go to Africa from here to Brazil, from here to west coast of Africa. You talk about like, I don't know, little bit of hours. From here to England are 9 hours in an aeroplane. From here to England are 9 hours. And then now you have to left England now. Sit down at the airport and wait for the next flight for go down in Africa there. Because say you go to Ghana. It's the next 8 hours. So you talk about 17 hours for go to Africa. When you can spend like 6 hours from here so for go over there so. Because just straight across the Atlantic you go. Some don't know what them talk about. Would I love know, but you're going to know still. I mean, feel so one of the things that them should talk about is how freely we move either and thither from here to Africa. Since more away I go Africa you know, the beauty about it is that we can go and come as we please, you know. First time we don't like hear about Africa, not a think about Africa. Now you have man where just run go Africa and run come back. You know see it? Man run go Africa and run come back. Just like that. So we need some reasoning about how we can move from Africa to here and from here to Africa and free up the waterway. Believe you me, free waterway. Very important to make man move. And also for economical purposes in terms of trading and all these things, it make it very easy. Because all the things are one way. All them just make the things are one way. We have to go through all of that. And the guy just come here so just like that. Just like that. Wow. And yeah. This is the Cutting Edge and RFM going through the paces and trying to awaken the conscience and the consciousness of the people them in this Wednesday night, yeah? Yes. So we should come forward. Feel me. So we have online here Sister Mitzi Williams. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, Musa.
Okay.
Greetings.
So, Yeah, man. So, Mitzi is part of the Millennium Council and also the Nyabingi order. And what happening now is that we are told that a group of Rastafari, Virgin and Sistine met with the Prime Minister before she went to Ethiopia, right?
Yes, Muta.
And you were part of the delegation.
Yes, I was.
All right. So who else was on that delegation representing the different houses? Because I don't know.
First of all, Muta, yes, I want to give thanks for having me on to just give some information as well as some clarity. Because, ones have been concerned about the delegation that represented how it was chosen and all of that. There was really no time to choose a delegation because I got the information from the Director of Culture, Mr. Sid Bartley. He called me on Sunday evening while I was at a reason at Scotpass. Told me that the Prime Minister is going to Ethiopia on the Wednesday and she wanted to meet with members of the Rastafari community the following day at 3 o'clock. So,
Hold on, stick up in. She was going on the Wednesday and you got the invitation to go and meet her the day before?
The day before.
You mean like the Tuesday?
No. We got the invitation the Sunday evening to meet with her the Monday afternoon.
Well, that's even worse now because Sunday is not a working day neither.
Precisely. So I just want to give that clarity because ones are saying, how this was done. It was done I think it was really a last minute kind of thing to say, this has to happen and we have to make it happen. So it happened. All right. And
yeah. So did she specify that is the Rastafari community she want to meet or just...
No, yes, she specified Rastafari community. So I was contacted to make contact with a broad section of the community, as broad as possible.
So who's the broad as
through
possible?
The Millennium Council.
So tell me the broad as possible then. No.
All right. Well, you see, as I tell you, we don't have a communication network that would say the whole of Jamaica Rastafari community can hear this at the same time. So what I did the following morning, because as I tell you, I was at reasoning, a lot of communication was not made in the night. In fact, Mr. Bartley, who was in the Macon region, drove to the Bingi Center and gave a kind of update on the whole thing as to why the Prime Minister wanted to meet. And, when I came back to Kingston the Monday morning, I contacted Brother Becky from the Millennium Council and also executive member of the 12 Tribe of Israel. I called on the EABIC, the Congress, to send a representative who did not turn up actually. And the EWS, Rastafari Youth Initiative Council.
Hold on. Why did the Bobo, well, I'm going to say Bobo, why did the Bobo them not accept the invitation?
I don't know. It's not that they didn't accept the invitation. Yeah. I was told that a representative would have been there from the Congress. I haven't been told why he didn't turn up.
Okay.
Because I was actually asking about Empress Esther. We thought about the whole logistics of her coming to Kingston in time for 3 o'clock. And I was told that, that they would call the Congress and that a representative would be there.
Okay.
So the Nyabingi host and the EWS, and I also called Jelani Naya, who from the university, who has been to Ethiopia as late as 2010, just to have as broad a conversation as possible. So
you miss out too now because you have the Judah Catholic and Ethiopian World Federation.
Yes, and you see, I was not. No, Ethiopian World Federation was represented.
Judah Catholic?
No, I don't think the Judah Coptic was represented. I don't have communication for them personally, so I had to ask other ones in the council now to do some of that communication for me.
Yes.
But, I apologize for anything that looks like omission, and what I'm hoping for is that this door has been opened to us now, not us sending a letter, but the Prime Minister saying we need to speak. She has assured us that on her arrival back to Jamaica, she will be calling us in for an update on her trip to the AU and to Ethiopia. And we're hoping at that time, and when it comes to a broader level of representation of Rastafari issues and agenda, that we can have a broader delegation.
All right. Can you say at this moment in time Why did the Prime Minister, I mean, we know that she was going to Ethiopia, but why did she want to meet a delegation of Rastafari, knowing that it was just like Carly said the day before she leave, and she wasn't going to have any Rastafari on our delegation? Because we know that Gonzales from St. Vincent did carry Rastafari in delegation go to Ethiopia. But what did the Prime Minister say, if you can say, why she wanted to meet with the Rastafari brethren and sisters?
I think very pointedly she said that, she made the point that, she was going to Ethiopia. She intended to visit Shashimane. And she certainly did not want to go and meet with our brothers and sisters on the continent at Shashimane, which is the biggest settlement of Rastafari and Jamaicans anywhere on the continent as pioneer repatriates. And she didn't want to go and meet them and would be able to say that she did not meet with the Rastafari community in Jamaica. So I think it was a very diplomatic kind of move, to save face.
But so it wasn't for any, things that confront Rastafari brethren them interested in, for really related to the Ethiopian brethren them over there are,
I think things might have been put to her. I think things might have been put to her through the Director of Culture, and since he's someone that we're always interfacing at different levels in the community. That's Mr. Barkley, who knows the Rastafari community concerns from repatriation right down. So he knows all of our agenda issues. So he would have represented to her that, listen, Rastafari needs to be spoken to before you go and speak to Rastafari in Ethiopia.
Okay.
So she was abreast of some of the issues that were existing on the ground there, and some of the issues that we were concerned about as exiled Ethiopians.
For instance, like what?
We had a good discussion about all of the concerns, I think.
Like, for instance, like what kind of concern? Well,
you raised one a while ago, that a head of state in the form of Dr. Ralph Gonzales, who is a Caribbean and CARICOM head of state, he took a delegation. He wasn't going to a conference in Ethiopia. He took a delegation to Ethiopia because a community that is very connected to their ancestral home of Africa and their spiritual home of Ethiopia represented to him that we need to have closer communication, not only with Africa, but we need to be able to travel in and out of Ethiopia without visa restrictions.
Without the absolute.
Yeah, so he went with them, and there were very comfortable bilateral talks and agreements with himself and Melez Zenawi at the time that totally abolished visas.
Yes.
So Ethiopians coming to St. Vincent and vice versa, they don't need to have visas.
Oh, because that we just talked about a while ago, as an issue.
Yeah, and that's from 2005.
Yes.
So, this is our concern, even as Rastafari in Jamaica, that this kind of representation was made by a prime minister who said, listen, let me lead this charge on your behalf, because if anyone can make this clearance, I can make it, government to government.
Right. When you bring it up to her, that point, we could talk about that point. When you bring up that point to her, what was the response that she gave?
She was very receptive as to most of the points we brought up. Okay. I think the only one that she was not as receptive of was the whole thing of an embassy in Ethiopia, and I think it has to do... She did say that, this would have to be a diplomatic conversation between both governments and a diplomatic agreement for an embassy to be there. But, embassies have a cost factor to the country.
Yeah, but Jamaica had an embassy there, actually. So,
well, yes, Jamaica had an embassy, but in terms of reinstating an embassy right now, that was the only thing that I wouldn't say that she was immediately ready for, although she had no problem, she said, having the discussion. So the whole thing of visas now was received very well, and she also pointed to a new kind of advance in that level in terms of Judith Hilton, who is now appointed as honorary consul from Ethiopia So she's the highest level of representative here on the ground here in Jamaica. So she is now willing, Judith Hilton is now willing to meet with the Rastafari community because she knows our concerns as far as visa issues are concerned, and Jamaica having a stronger diplomatic presence in Ethiopia, and also to establish travel and trade links, on a stronger level, especially air travel. So she pointed us in the direction as well, of Judith Hilton, and not only through the government, the office of the Prime Minister alone.
All right. When Mr. Bartlett, Mr. Bartlett, his name again?
Barkley.
Mr. Bartlett, Mr. Sid.
Yes.
I mix up Ed and Sid and Bartlett.
Yes,
anyway,
yes.
All right. Sid is a man where the monks Rasta all the while and all everywhere. And obviously...
Monks, don't ask me anything I can't answer. No,
I don't know where you can't answer from where you can't answer. I have to ask you and then you say you can't answer it. No, because, that Sid... no get fired, no time at all. Whether jail PIP government, him did it all the while. So, yes. And him there are most Rasta things and things. So him know exactly, even though we can't call him a little spy still, because obviously he work for the government. So it's like him work for the government on a level. So
yes.
Why may I say this is this now? That
what is that?
Why may I say this is the conversation with the Prime Minister. I mean, and knowing say, see, this a man we move between Rasta and the government to Rasta and everything there. Did Sid recognize or did Sid put in a word and say, look here, Prime Minister, these issues is some issues where has confronted the Rastafari community for years, and since we're going to Ethiopia now, maybe this is an opportune time to deal with it seriously.
I can't say. I assume that he did. He didn't do it in front of me, but he would have had consultation with Minister Lisa Hanna. I think the two of them would have had some kind of consultation.
Lisa Hanna was there too?
Lisa Hanna was present in the meeting.
Yes, you never mentioned Lisa Hanna.
Because I don't reach there yet.
Oh, you mean she not reached the meeting yet? Look at Lisa Anna.
No, but you didn't give me the chance again to say who was present.
Okay, so Lisa Anna was at the meeting too?
She was.
So what was Miss Anna's input in the meeting, in the conversation?
Well, Lisa Hanna's main input was that she's aware through Sid Bartley of the ongoing issues and the agenda of the community that continues to come up to the Ministry of Culture, not prior to her holding that office.
She is aware of.
She's aware of all the issues that have come to the table of the Ministry of Culture, even prior to her holding the office. So she made the point that the issues concerning Rastafari, especially the whole thing of the Prime Minister going to the African Union and the whole thing of Ethiopia specifically, we should have these discussions on that evening and then make another appointment to see her, to speak to issues probably relating to culture and other things that we would address her ministry about.
But
like the Reparations Commission and that kind of thing,
I find it very interesting that you said she is aware of all the issues that the Rastafari Brethren and Sisters them is confronting.
So they're all aware.
Yeah, but I mean, to be aware of it is one thing, but after knowing that even before she was elected, I have never seen or heard of any Rastafari issue that is brought up in that ministry. I've never heard of it.
One thing you constantly hear about the Ministry of Culture, and this amazes me, and this is one of the issues that I raised with Mr. Bartley at the Bingi Center on Sunday, that it amazes me that a country that is so focused, on culture, and the culture that is enhanced by Rastafari presence and contribution.
The vanguards of the culture. The vanguards of the culture.
Precisely. We are the ones who give Jamaica a culture.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. We give Jamaica a culture, and a culture that has a value. So when you have a culture, a ministry that has youth, sports, and culture, but this is probably the ministry that gets the lowest budgetary allocation. What does that tell you about the minds of our state officials, really and truly now?
Culture.
Because when you meet people from Brazil, that coffee is an important industry of Brazil. They will tell you, Colombia, how much money is put into this product that brings back so much to the country's revenue. So what does it say about our country? When look at sports. Look at sports. Outside of culture and of Rastafari, what else puts Jamaica on the map? Not our politicians, the sports. You're saying Bolt and the rest of our luminaries. So when we're seeing it that way now, that's why isn't culture? Why would you be going to the Ministry of Culture and not hearing of a proper budgetary allocation that even goes into the music that is associated with Rastafari, which is reggae music, which brings so many people to this country?
I am very disturbed that you say that the Minister of Culture says that she is aware of all the issues that confront the Rastafari movement even before she was elected. And I have never
But I can't understand your disturbance, though. What makes you so disturbed?
Because I am a Rastafari brethren, and she's aware of the issues, all the issues that confront the Rastafari brethren and sisters.
But all the issues,
and I have never heard
that
anything
have been brought to the table of the Ministry of Culture,
yes,
she is aware of them.
Yes.
One of the issues that was brought to the table, which has been an ongoing issue, is benefits, welfare benefits for the elders of our community.
Yes.
She mentioned it, and the Prime Minister turned to me and mentioned that. Because this is an ongoing issue. Like, these are people that have suffered at the hands of the state. The Prime Minister said that.
Did the Carol Garden, you're talking about the Carol Garden thing, You're talking about the Carol Garden issue.
So at every level of Rastafari in Jamaica, just discrimination alone. I'm not even talking about persecution and massacre.
No, when I say, if she's aware of all the issues, did the Carol Garden Carol for Carol Garden ones who suffer in that, did that come up?
No, that did not come up in the conversation right now. As I tell you, Musa, it's going to have to be an ongoing. I said to her myself that, Prime Minister, we really need to continue this conversation. She turned to me and said, I am your Prime Minister, so you're supposed to have access to me at all times. The unfortunate thing about the Reparations Commission is that the mandate of the Commission does not include local reparations. But luckily, I think that the Commission itself and the individuals, Professor Verin, who chairs the Commission, is very sensitive to all the issues that concern the community, especially the atrocities that have been meted out to the community. And I think everyone who sits there understands that there is no way that we can speak. Rastafari can engage in conversations about reparations and don't speak to our own. It's just not possible.
How long you think it will take the Rastafari community, this group that went there, to say time for our next meeting, seeing as how you come back? Will they wait for the Prime Minister to call them?
No, I certainly won't.
Oh, you won't?
I certainly won't. She has opened that door that says, listen, this conversation here is the beginning. It has to continue. I'm going as your representative to open more doors to Africa through the African Union and to have conversations on your behalf. One of the questions that Lisa Hanna raised to us as a community is, what is your justification for being accepted even in Ethiopia as citizens there? Because the whole citizenship is also a plaguing issue for the community. That children who are born in Ethiopia are denied citizenship status, which does not make sense. They are denied the benefits that are due to Ethiopians, and it doesn't make sense.
And you have people there for 30 years. You have Jamaicans there for 30 years who have children who have children. Who have children who have children, yes.
So all of these issues were raised with her. So Muta, her thing, the thing about it was that she told us that she was going to visit Shashamane. what my understanding now is that she didn't visit Shashamane, but a strong delegation came from Shashamane to Addis and had a meeting with her and the Jamaican delegation, led by Brother Desi, who are here. They gave an excellent representation on behalf of all the issues, land and visa, and the whole issue of embassy. Rastagasta and some others were on that delegation, and so she got to meet with a mission there.
Even though she never got to Shashamane. Even though she didn't went to Shashamane come to her.
Go.
Okay,
yeah,
the mountain came to Mohammed.
Yes, yes.
All right. So
she also spoke to us, Muta, about the when we're speaking now of the strengthening of ties, not only with Jamaica, but on a CARICOM level with the African Union. We had to raise the issue now of her appointment of Carlton Masters, which is the first ever representative to the African Union. So he is now appointed as an ambassador that will represent Jamaica at African Union level, and all the concerns of Jamaicans. So what we're saying is that when the Prime Minister or the government of Jamaica is going to do that kind of representation, our community cannot be omitted from not only sitting at the table, but we're hoping that the next mission that goes there and is going to speak with the voice for Jamaica, that the vanguards who have kept Africa alive and still are advocating for repatriation are able to sit at that table and to go to those delegations to represent.
But did anyone mention to her or even carry the speech to her that in 1966, and when His Majesty visited here, that he had recommended observer status for
Yes, we
Jamaica?
did. That of course that came up.
And no one brought it up, and no one took it to heart. Since 50 years ago. When we could say 1966 to now.
Yeah,
less than 50 years.
It's 47 years.
Haile Selassie did say that he's recommended for Caribbean country, Jamaica. And nobody take up that since that time till now. So what is different now? What should we expect now, since it's 40 years ago?
Yes, and that was OAU time. And no, the government did not take it up.
What did she say?
I think, Musa, one of the issues that also came out of that meeting, and we mustn't see it as something that we need to argue about, because sometimes this is just diplomacy on government level, like, you need to organize and you need to present your concerns in an organized way. We need to make sure that at every forum, and if the forum is not created, that we create it.
Yes.
That our issues are always, because, one thing that we must never ever reduce, and it's the same thing about Ethiopia. No one in Ethiopia can deny the fact that Rastafari gives value to Ethiopia. And Rastafari presence has given that value. Shashamane gives value to Ethiopia. The maintenance of the conquering lion symbol and the red
all over the world.
Thank you. Although it is not accepted as the national flag in Ethiopia,
but everybody knows it represents Ethiopia.
Muta, do you know? You're a traveler. Yeah. Do you know how many people across the world believe that is the Jamaican flag?
Millions. But not only that, there's no other music in the world, not even Ethiopian music, that mention Ethiopia as reggae music.
As much as, precisely.
Reggae music
we have given value to Ethiopia.
Yes.
Apart from our contribution to the development of infrastructure and institutions within Shashamane itself.
Yes.
We give value to Ethiopia. So, we have to make sure that we are, when we're speaking to government, we understand, that some things have not happened as far as repatriation. And it really kind of backward, Musa, because we're talking about a mission now and a delegation and representation. This happened from 1961, where the government entrusted Rastafari representatives.
Two-time, them go there.
Yes,
Two-time delegation.
1961 and 63. So it's not like we have not been able to do this, to go to African government and represent our issues. And now we have to be fighting even to be on a delegation.
50 years after. 50 years after.
Yeah, well,
years
we have
after.
to make sure that we don't turn back, we don't keep the hands of time turned back, and we have to make the government know that they are playing catch up. We've been honest, and this is why I wanted the Congress to be there, because we have to give all the honor that is due to King Emmanuel and to the Bobo Shanti.
Relentlessly.
Yes. And I am speaking that as Naya being the Rastafari, and to say that I salute them, because the agitation and the advocacy has been relentless.
Yes.
So we have to make sure that the Prime Minister knows that this thing is in your hands. It remains government to government. So what are you doing?
Yes.
Africans in the West and Africans in Jamaica want to return home. We have the right to return. So this is a part of the conversation in the African Union that we are putting forward right now. Give us that status, and make repatriation a reality.
The thing with it is that a lot of you don't get a chance to talk to prime ministers in Africa, but an African prime minister told me that the idea of getting rid of the visa problem don't have to be a government to government thing, All it need is the prime minister or the government of that country signing a paper say, look at this not needed for come here, so.
Precisely.
Because really and truly, we just mentioned about South Africa a while ago.
Yeah.
But you know what happened? It strengthened the word sound more. If a leader of the state go to a leader in Africa and say, look, you see how much Jamaican come to Ghana?
Yeah.
Make look on this idea of visa requirements and get rid of it. A long time we asked for that, long time,
Yeah.
You know how much time we go to Africa, Rasta? And every time we go to Africa, we have to do all these craziness, send your passport, go here, so send your passport, go there, so. You know, see it? And it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing.
Yeah. Muta, I have to salute as well, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, because I think it took a lot of humility on his part to say that, I just need to listen to these people and to do what I can do, to use my diplomatic channels, my influence, my good standing as a head of state and break down these things on their behalf. And, in 2010, when a group of Rastafari delegation went to Parliament, to a joint select committee in 2010, and there was a Diaspora Affairs Committee meeting. And, all of these things were brought forward. The Prime Minister at the time, Bruce Golding, was invited to visit Ethiopia, to visit Shashamane. At that time, the same Anthony Hilton, who is the husband of Judith Hilton, the honorary Ethiopian consul, he was sitting in that meeting and was giving very, very strong support for setting up an embassy in Ethiopia. And he was congratulating himself for the fact that he had opened up this mission to South Africa and wanted to open up Africa more to Jamaica. But, what I think we realize out of this is that although we talk about government to government, it can't be left in the hands of the government. It can never be. And this is why we have to make sure that...
You have to talk about this door and always say open, agitate for this door, keep open continuously.
Yeah, because it can close back, trust me.
Yeah, well, maybe it close since she come back. Maybe it close since she come back.
No, well, we're going to have to prove that, because we were given an open invitation by Lisa Hanna to say, listen, whenever a meeting needs to be had, let us know. So I don't see that as wild talk. It's something that we're going to follow up on very seriously, And what it will require, too, is broader consultation with the community so that ones who are not able to sit at the table, that their representation will be there, Yes.
So we give thanks still, say that happened, and we're just looking forward to hearing what happened after the next meeting. Right.
Because she's supposed to update us. She can't go to Parliament and update us on what happened with our family there, You realize that?
Yeah.
She met with our family there, so she still has the right to call back a meeting now to say, listen, I met with your family, and just the same way I met with you, these were their concerns. They share the same concerns you shared with me, and this is the situation. This is how the government plans to deal with these things.
Yeah, because I don't know if I want to hear about the concerns, because we know the concerns. We want to know how we're going to deal with certain
No, this is what I'm saying, how the government plans to move forward to deal with our side of it and their side of it.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
So we give thanks,
then,
and yes, the Millennium Council, I see they don't depend on the move, though.
Muta, you know what? The Millennium Council meets on a weekly basis and really tries to maintain these things on behalf of the community, but I think it really needs more community participation and involvement. You know, we were there trying with the Rastafari Centralization Organization at one time because we recognize the importance of it.
That is that silver.
Yes, and it's very important, you know, even on African government level, when they want to speak, they will tell you that they don't want to speak to pockets of individuals. They really prefer when they look in front of them and they're seeing a broad community level representation. So we just need to rise to the occasion, you know, and stop chatting foolishness, because we're really making it look sometimes like, you know, that people are really believing that we can't unite. His Majesty said unity is the accepted goal and it's the only one that we should do. A failure is not an option. And we just need to put down all our petty differences right now and to know that we have very, very, very important things in common that we need to deal with together.
Yes, definitely.
You know, so...
All right, Mama, we'll wait. We'll go and wait, you know.
Yeah, we give thanks. And I will let you know, Musa. I will let you know as soon as, all right?
Nobody wait for me call you on the radio. You can call the radio and tell me to, you know. Nobody wait for you to find your number and look for your number and all them something and I will say, your phone, hold on. All right, give thanks, yeah?
All right, give thanks.
Yes. All right. This is the cutting edge. That was Sister Mitzi giving us an update on that meeting that was held with the houses, with the Prime Minister, the Minister of Culture. And we are, as we said, looking forward to hear what the Prime Minister will say to the houses after coming forward to Jamaica here now. So that is something else now. We want to hear what happened. Not only want to hear what happened in terms of the Rastafari thing, but even within the official delegation and the official meeting, what is Jamaica's stand on certain issues as it relates to the Africa Union? Because it's very important for we as Rasta, who did push this thing out so much, for really understand and recognize the day come now when Rasta voice loud, because we don't say it already and so no stop travel. And what we were saying years ago is not seen as something fool and stupid anymore. So we are look forward for all of these things. Yes, cutting edge.
Greetings, I am.
Yeah, blessed mama. Sir, sir, blessed man, give thanks, sir.
How do I?
Rastafari.
Give thanks. You know, I give thanks to accepting the link, accepting the call, and what I wish to say, you know, is that 2007, I can remember that the present Prime Minister,
yes,
who was then Prime Minister at the time,
yes,
before it was changing the election after that, called for a meeting with the Rasta houses. So I say that to say that it happened already.
Yeah, but you wasn't going to Ethiopia at the time.
No, indeed. And we must be consistent. I must be consistent.
Definitely.
You know, as Sister Mitzi just rightly said, we are the vanguard for black supremacy. Rastafari is the vanguard for black supremacy and total black liberation. Yeah. And we must keep the fire burning.
And as we maintain the name of Emperor Haile Selassie I all over the globe, that people can recognize Ethiopia. Because it is our calling and Haile Selassie why Ethiopia is so much in the limelight for many things.
Indeed, and as my beloved brethren always say, Congo Rebel always say, he is Haile Selassie.
Yes.
Yes, he take me to that level. They're not just Rastafari, they carry all the names of him.
Yes.
Every name that he carry.
Listen
He resigned his first love.
Yeah, man.
As a people who bask in these plantation lands here.
Farmer plantation island, domiciled on these farmer plantation island.
Perfect over the Congo.
Yeah, man. Rastafari. Give thanks. I say.
Aye.
Yes. So, I saw it go.
Blessed love.
Isaac.
Yes, I. Yes, first I'd like to say give thanks, for all that has been said and done. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I hear Sister Mitzi mention Empress Esther name.
Yes.
Of the fact that the time of the whole
too quick
calling for the whole reason. I say the Prime Minister knows that she got Ethiopia all along, man. If she did really respect the community, just like anybody else should have sent an official invitation to the mansions them, and also, she mentioned of 2010 reasoning, and I give thanks to the brethren, just come forward and speak of 207, of which I was present, and the word that she gave out, she was fully aware of I
concerns,
yes, and she said she would set the relevant ministers, who could deal with certain issue and get back to us. Apparently, as we can see, she come out of office and she come forward in office.
Yes.
And what I didn't hear them mention or emphasize, no emphasis was placed on, which is one of Rastafari people. Agitation before even welfare, health, which is repatriation. Mm-hmm. Yes, the Congress, there was no representation to the time when them call I, but I mean, hey, everybody know that, repatriation has always been on the top of the table to be dealt with, what them a dodge, I overheard a reasoning on the radio about the Tanzanian request for some T-shirts, etc. To me, that is folly to what I is not different.
Come again. Hold on there. What's about Tanzanian T-shirt?
That's a promise to fulfill a request. Portia Simpson. Because she asked what the Jamaica could have done for these people, our people, and that was one of the requests that raised. It come over the news still, and news me hear that still. Okay. What me just say, just get up and run, go about your business, and you want to go and like you link up with Rasta. You come and call we overnight to come discuss.
So now we call Mitzi say Sunday and a Wednesday she go and them call Sunday. We have meeting Sunday.
Yes, so even that is an insult. Try and I also, that's an insult. Because we don't care to the people. Like everything curry with we down here, like we love it up down here, like we don't want to go home. Repatriation is a government-to-government linkage, and she go meet with heads of government of Ethiopia continent. Yeah. Therefore, that should be placed on the list that you could come back and give us.
What the other leaders say.
You see it. And if in the mission to Africa, all 5 states will agree with it. The door we want to open is that the door that will open up back. You understand? Yeah. See it. Because we were accepted by the 5 states of the continent that was visited, through the principle of repatriation, we were accepted.
And
the king come at 66 and own we as his own, I introduced it to lands there. Yeah. So we have to open up with I as Rasta and go and like say we want to rub shoulder with Prime Minister and we can't pretty up nothing for them. See it, because the time is now where all do a fly open.
Alright, so let
me dealt with.
So let me ask you something, Esther, now. You say now you wouldn't have a next meeting with the Prime Minister because that is done already. That is what you're saying.
Of course, no, man. We want more meeting with her because she not fulfill our word of 2007.
Okay. So
you understand? So we are look forward to it. Naturally.
So you are up to going to a next meeting if them.
Most naturally, not only me alone. delegation.
No, I mean delegation. A delegation, I mean, because the Congress never did a meeting there. And
natural.
Obviously,
natural.
What me hear you say is because the quickness of it and it's kind of like a disrespect why I never go. That is really where me hear you say.
A disrespect not only to me, but the whole community.
Yeah, me know
the Rastafari community should have been informed earlier. That separation could have been made, even though I and I upon a battlefield and was always prepared, because we can't too quick to go. It can't too quick for we to go deal with, you know, what we have to deal with, our internal affair. You understand? Because naturally, I can't look on here and say it too quick neither. You know, as far as me there in a Montego Bay, you understand? Me they have to find some way to reach even from a man or a woman out of the camp name go, because I'm an ambassador representing my foundation. So leave that up to me to see how quick we could reach the said way. You know, because this is a meeting that we have been calling from 2007, 2010 coming up, even when the government changed. We are called from Golding to say, yo, this went set, and Portia Simpson did said this and said that. We need a follow-up, and now she come back in, so she will aware while I start defend, even though she never did it at I level. She's saying, why we want to leave here, why we not stay and build here. But we want the world to know, so Rasta have always put forth for, you know, repatriation, for return and recycled under our own vine and fig tree, you know. And even if we ain't dead, the voice of the voiceless, you know, one should even put that first and foremost on the table too. Because since we are in doubt, saying then where we are going, some of us are in doubt, say, why repatriation, why leave here so, and we build here so. And when we have money for this, we have money for that. It's the obligation of these neo-colonial people, you know, see, to fulfill such right for I and I, our divine right to return. Most High, Selassie,
blessed,
Rastafari. Blessed love my Lord.
Blessed. Okay, so that is Sister Esther from the Bobo house, and you are Virgin Carl before her and talk about Rastafari meeting with the Prime Minister already in 2007. Maybe what make this different is that she actually met some Rastas in Ethiopia this time. So we're going to see where we're going. Yes, we're going to see where we're going. I mean, we're not idiot. I mean, it might look like we're idiot, but we're not idiot. I just saw it go. We're not idiot. Yes.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
How are you? Like your topic tonight. Just a reminder, remember you went to a WADU conference maybe about 5 years ago. I'm not sure what year it was at UA, where WADU, the organization that is trying to organize what we now call the Region 6 for the African Union.
Okay.
And that's still...
That was when Mr. Dudley Thompson was alive.
Yes.
I remember.
Well, they did go as a representative for the Region 6 to represent us, all of us, whether we are Rastas or what, in the diaspora. That's what they're trying to get that part. I haven't seen it on my email yet, but I'm going to try it tomorrow morning and see if they sent anything saying what happened with that representation. I think it's Dr. Leonard Jeffries, and I'm not sure if Professor Small and someone else went as that delegation. Also, they talk about the Tanzania. It wasn't just T-shirts. The Tanzanian government representative said they needed someone in sports and someone and scientists. And the Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, made a promise that in both instances.
All right, so explain that to me. The sister just went over it, and I never really get the clarification. Explain what
she was saying that there was something about the Tanzanian government saying they want T-shirts. Well, maybe that was said too, but the important point I received in the information I got was that they asked for someone in sports because they had a good sports system about 10 years ago, and it has completely crashed. Yes. So Jamaica being a powerhouse,
they want help. They want
help in that and in science. And so Prime Minister Cynthia Miller said that in both instances, she will be, when she comes back, she will be able to give such help. Okay. I don't know all the other things. As I said, I haven't opened my email in a couple of days. So I don't know what else has happened. But I get the feeling, and it's just a feeling, intuition, that a Region 6 is on the way, that we are going to be represented like that. In the AU. With a group as such.
Well, that's
what I don't know will happen is the reparations part. I am not sure how far that will be. As well as the unilateral, the ECOWAS had said that we are going to have citizenship from the diaspora. ECOWAS, the organization of the Western African nations, economic. But I don't know that it has come through yet. I am not sure. That will include Ghana and all the other countries in that area. Hopefully we will have had representations in all those areas, because that's what we were told would happen, and that they were successful. So we just have to give up a few prayers on that.
What do concern about the dual citizenship? I mean, like...
that's one of our, I think, if I remember correctly, that's one of our concerns, not just in one area of Ethiopia, in the eastern area, but the whole of Africa.
Yeah, Ghana,
all right? Nigeria said that we would get it. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, and Nigeria, as an embassy here too, we should have really lobbied that more.
And I think when the president came here the other day, good luck, Johnson, I think that was a part of the discussion. I don't know. I have to look at my articles that I pulled off.
I don't hear nothing more about it. I don't hear about it again.
I think I saw something about it, but I didn't follow it. These things happen over time. I didn't follow it up. But if I do, I'll try and send it to IRFM for you, so you all can peruse it.
Right.
And anything I get on my email, because Wadu does send me some things at times that I receive something prior to this new travel. But I would like to suggest to all my brethren and sisters, I am not Rastafari, but I know about Rastafari from before I was born.
You have to be a Rastafari. Pan-Africanism is
that's right, or perish.
Yeah.
We are not to take it personally that people do not make extensions or representations to us. It costs a lot of political, coins to do it, and some of us are not ready for it, but we must always be ready to represent not only ourselves, but those who cannot represent themselves. So do not take it as them side shifting us, or they
but you know why we take it personal? Because we keep going round and round in the same circle.
I know, but some of us have to not take it personal. Yeah. All of us can't take it personal. You know why? Because we're going to lose. I would tell you a story at another time. Yeah. We're going to lose opportunity. There was a judge who went on a flight in the 40s, and this nasty white woman was so nasty to her. And guess what? When she ended up having, she was a young girl going up to do law. When she ended up at England, guess who was going to be the master of our house? The same nasty white woman on the plane. So if she had been nasty to the woman, guess what? She would have had a rough time. But because of what the woman had done to her, she felt so bad when she became our student that she treated her well, and she got through. She was very young. I'm thinking about 16 or 17. She tells a story, used to. I think she has passed on now. Yeah. So we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that whatever we are doing, guess what? We are focused on that and not worry about what the other person is doing, because trust me, they may be doing 20 different things, but we are focused on this one thing. Let's get this one thing done. I know that we are running out of patience, but guess what? Some of us
we're not running out of patience. We're not running out of patience, man. It's a lifelong journey.
I'm just saying,
it's a lifelong journey.
To let us know that, listen, we may think we're taking 10 steps backwards, but sometimes we don't even know that we are 5 steps ahead.
Yes.
I think we are. So God bless you all.
I like your spirit.
Give heart. We're getting there.
Yeah, give time.
Love you guys. God bless.
Yeah.
Okay.
May is the month to celebrate moms, to celebrate me. That is.
Join us with respect for our national anthem. Let us stand and defend this one. Peace and love. Thank you. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Do our life through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, justice.
Justice. Truth.
Be ours forever.
Jamaica land we love. Jamaica. Jamaica. Jamaica land we
with Mitzi and Esther Carl, but I really want to say, to be fair to the conversation, Mitzi did say that repatriation was mentioned on the agenda to the Prime Minister. That is why she was actually saying she wanted to heal up the Congress, because that was one of the main things over the years on the agenda of the Congress. So we just want to say that because Esther mentioned that, repatriation and no mention about it and this and that and that. But we just want to say that, it was said in the conversation that repatriation was brought to the Prime Minister. Okay, so here we are saying now. Riot. Music by you, Masikila, out of South Africa. Riot. I play this one from Virgin Slide Down Bar. Young Sports Bar, 48 West Street, Sunday. We are going to really spin the music. First time we are going to go down there, some go play. We hear say, I will one go down and go play still. So, the Virgin invite we to come down, come play, and we are go down and go play. You understand? So, for those of you who want to listen some sweet, vintage, Jamaican, disco, soul music, whatsoever you want, we are going to there play it. This is the Cottonage on RFM. We're there with you, as we say, make you click this button and here we are going on the other side. Yes. Iel.
Motor.
Yes, sir.
Yellow.
Blessed man.
All right. How you do?
Me I do, man.
Yellow. You know what I say with Rasta? Rastafari.
Yeah.
You know, when they are listening program and when they are hear you say, boy, you're concerned about Rastafari, brethren and sisters, right?
Me I listen to your brethren, me I listen.
Yeah, man. So we don't want, we just before the eye come on, we don't listen to Sizzla and one of the programs.
Yeah, entertainment buzz him the depan.
Eh?
It was an entertainment buzz.
Entertainment buzz. So I was trying to wonder if you was there before he left.
I was in the studio when he was here.
Studio.
Yeah, I was in the studio sitting down when he was here.
Good. Because I want to know if you have any thing to say between the information he is controlling Nyabinghi house. Is a cutting edge news?
Come on, is that a cutting edge what?
News that Caesar is controlling the Nyabinghi house.
No, I don't know cutting edge news that. I never put that on cutting edge as a news.
Is that so?
Well, a group of brethren come together and declare Sizzla, what them call it now, the head of the Nyabinghi, or what you call president. But you have another group of brethren denounce that. So, one group say, them are declare him that, and the next group I say, well, it now work that way there.
So what is your take on that?
No, well, you know, I know say Sizzla as my leader, I'm a brethren. I mean, me see him as a brethren where me respect him work when him do over the years for the thing. But as a Rastafari leadership, I wouldn't put him there, so. That all right for you, what you say? You hear me say?
There are treason and Sunday that take place in the Nyabinghi house.
With Sunday?
That this African Liberation Day with the chanting.
I never did it. I never done it for years. No, no, you talk about something. No, this is what we are talking about. What happened from last year, you know.
No, I talk about this.
No, I don't know where going. I never did done this so. I did this somewhere else. I don't know nothing about this so. We done this so.
Yeah, where the reason that take place?
No, I don't know where going. I don't. Me tell you, I don't know where going down there. You did down there.
I like someone that was present, Carl, and we are
we're going down there. I don't know where we're going down there, Bridget. But I don't tell you about my toward the leadership of a Sizzler leading Rastafari. I don't see that. That's my view. You understand?
Yeah, look, that if you keep on the work.
Yeah.
And another thing we tell, we heard that Bunny Wheeler is saying that he's the one who gives Snow Lion the name, and he wants some money for it. We have big brother Bunny Wheeler to stop them small business there.
Everybody I get, it come like everybody I get. Me don't know, like a seed I think I go. Me don't know it's where I go on, Rasta. Everybody I get away, you know. So me just work out my thing. Me I work out my thing upon the program, so that's what me can do to wake the conscience and the consciousness of the people them. So I just swear.
Well, we give them to we work out, but we have a message that send loud and clear. I mean,
who you are sending it to?
Eh?
Who you are sending it to?
We are sending it to our Rastafari sons and daughters out there. First time we are call the program and get it together and unity, because you don't know. We don't want this thing to broke out. I mean, I tell you one them from the dingy ground where cause disturb the ISIS to stop it. And be careful of lightning and thunder and judgment and fire. The priest is gone now, rest his soul in peace. Who had another priest, so Rastafari is a warning.
But where Rasta do it priest? Where Rasta do it priest, by the way? Where Rasta do it priest?
No, they say he's a priest.
Yeah, but me ask you, where Rasta need priest for do?
My brethren,
Rastafari not church and religion business, you know. So where Rasta need priest for do? Where I do it priest? And that me ask you.
Mota, if you feel you don't need a priest, and I come and see the elder as a youth man. And I see the elder them have an order where them are deal with peacefully. Me not disturb it.
No, may I say, but you have orders that need to be disturbed. You can't because you come. Then you never come here. Your mother talk about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Then you come disturb it.
True. But here we are going.
Yeah.
You see the message we want to send.
Yeah.
We just want it once and once. We hear it loud and clear.
Yeah, me hear it still. Me hear it, but it's a question.
No war. Don't bring no gun, come from the bingy, because of lightning and thunder.
Man, I do that too.
And I don't want to call no one name, but
no, we don't want to call no name. No, we don't want you call no name, man. We don't want you call no name, but we just
all right, well, listen to this one, especially the ones that will live down on the bingy grounds now, we know say no flesh, no fit dip on the bingy grounds.
Okay.
Them to stop it.
Yes.
And be careful because ones and ones know them a road. Okay. And this thing will reach out of foreign.
But it reach a foreign now because you didn't talk about it, you know, to that. Are you a carriographer? Are you a carriographer
foreign now? Well, if it reach out of foreign, if a man go bring certain things there, and we out the road and know.
But, Bridget, are you a carriographer foreign now? You know, to say you're a carriographer foreign now.
Well.
I mean,
we want to get certain way, so we are telling one them say, be careful.
Yes. All right, sir. Blessed man.
Rastafari.
Yes. What a thing. What a thing. You Masikela.
Greetings again, I Congo. I love music. I listen to the music. I remember music that I wanted to tell you to find, Ship Ahoy by OJs. Listen now.
You know, say years ago you asked me to play that tune there too. You know that?
Yes, me not forget, man.
Years ago you said play.
Watch out, them tune, them no happy tune, you know. But it's them tune there. Yes. Them tune there keep us in ourselves. Make us know, say, how we get here, so how we be there, how we get here, so. Ship Ahoy by OJs. Moving piece of tune.
Yeah, man.
Moving. Yeah, listen now, we have the right faces. When we have the right faces in the right places, and to represent, that's all it needs, you know. Right faces in right places, and we have that. And every issue will be put on the table. And we have to live as a family. No, I want to say something on this program. I want to say something, and I'm glad I'm getting the opportunity to say it on this program here, beloved, my beloved virgin. You see, I want to start with the Honorable Prime Minister of Mr. Gonzalez. On behalf of I and I, the family.
Yeah.
Heartical thanks. I want to move on to the present Prime Minister of we know what Gonzalez did and still doing. We want to move on to the present Prime Minister of Antigua, Mr. Baldwin Spencer, who took reparation to the UN. Yeah. And we want to move on and give thanks to the present Prime Minister of Jamaica, who is moving, who is doing what she is doing, whatever little steps it is, that is her levels.
Hold on now, Virgin. What you do?
Yes.
Tell me what you do.
What did I say? What you do? Whatever she's doing.
What?
Even the little movements, even the little steps of inviting her and I to get to in audience with her.
Okay, I'm going to ask you what you're doing, so you tell me now. So move on.
Yes. Making the initiative to invite Rastafari to reason with her concerning matters of our family. Once the dialogue is ongoing, we have opportunities to put things on the table and to put things to be implemented, put flesh on words, and it definitely is on the path of everything that we are agitating for, because these things are not just happening. So remember, it's a couple hundreds of years ago that we was transported as human cargo here. Yeah. These people, as Brother Jerry Small reminded me, not out of the womb, not out of the bowels, but out of the wombs of the people. These heads of government came from. Yeah. It's our people. Honorable Prime Minister Portia Simpson, she's an African woman. She's not on the level like I and I in terms of when we must use diplomacy. We have to negotiate with these people and acknowledge the level that they're on and keep our levels. And as the sister rightly said, Sister Esther, we just do what we have to do. And another situation came on, a Pan-African situation. We just focus on what we are doing. Don't so get diverted with the other side. The other side have their levels. We must keep our levels and know what we are on, because this vanguard position that we have taken onto ourselves, concerning the total liberation of our beloved, blessed continental home and her sons and daughters, It is something that we did and continue to do joyfully. Joyfully, so nothing at all. Whatever even seems to come in our way as obstacles, we take them and make them into stepping stones.
Yeah, your brethren.
What we are doing. Perfect is the Lord, my brethren.
Blessed man, give thanks.
Aye.
You realize it's 3 times you call this radio station since tonight.
Yeah, Trinity. Power of the Trinity. Haile Selassie the first.
Aye, blessed.
Aye.
I want to play this tune again. I want to listen to it because it's a sweet tune. So for this tune right now, so we're going to play it. Yeah, we're going to play it. Yeah, we have broke all this and all that. Now I'm playing this tune because the version, years ago, the version they call for that tune, I want to play it. Years, I talk about like 10 years ago. Listen. we cry. We cry tears that will fill your bucket. Oh, you Atlantic Ocean. You accepted my mother, my father, sister, and brother. So now it's time for you to repent. Time for you to say, no more. No more African flesh and African bones will sit beneath your dreary waters that keep us apart from our ancestral home. We are domiciled on this farmer slave plantation island. We cry out from the other side of the ocean, from the other side of this tearful, gloomy condition. Atlantic Ocean, why? Why did you not refuse the tears of our ancestors? Yes, Salif Keita. Influence. So many history is in Mali. The Tuareg people who inhabit northern Africa, even into Morocco, that they call the blue people. They are the ones who went over into southern Europe, into a place named Granada in Spain, and ruled that place for 700 years. And all the classic this and the classic that you hear of Europe, it is these people, these same Africans who gave Europe its what we call classical civilization in its architect and just in its mathematics. We never know that at school. I never know that at school. But now we know, and we feel good if we know that we know, because them say knowledge is power. Cutting edge, IRFM. Is power. Cutting edge. Our traditional dress is white. Everybody, on Sunday, when you see people that go to church, it's white, them have on, pure white. They make sure to them wash them clothes that night there to go at church. White. So I listen say, look here. It's a warrior fight and the enemy will fly over. We don't want them see way too much. So I ask Ethiopian people them to take off the white. Because it is so visible. Even in the night, you can see white. Him say, remove that white and turn the flag the other way because we are at war. So, Rastafari come in at this time and we fly the Ethiopian flag, at least what was known as the Ethiopian flag with the lion in it. There's no more lion in the Ethiopian flag anymore. But Rastafari still fly that flag. We should have copyright that flag now since Ethiopia don't use it again. Well, we say intellectual property. But the Ethiopian flag was turned upside down because of the Ethiopian war. Because we know that always been a contention with especially the Congress, the Congress, the Bobo, and the wider cross-section of Rastafari, who choose to carry the flag one way and the next one carry the flag the other way, and discrepancies. But there is a reason why the red up on the top sometime and the red there bottom sometime. I will just tell you the reason. The reason is that Haile Selassie tell them to turn the flag round because it symbolized that Ethiopia is at war. Just like him tell them, don't wear white because white is easily seen even in the dark. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Stepping razor, the art of war. Speaking of war, you know that Italy invaded Ethiopia during the time of Menelik and Empress Taitu. Now, the Italians were defeated by Menelik's army and Taitu, because meanwhile Menelik was praying, Empress Taitu got 20,000 troops and went after the Italians, therefore winning the battle against the Italians. And the battle that is very famous is the Battle of Adwa. Well, if people don't know how important it is that the Battle of Adwa was won by these so-called primitive warriors. And when the Italians were leaving, after they were chased, Menelik said, let them wash their feet because we don't ever want them carry the dirt of Ethiopia from the Ethiopia. A serious thing. Not even the dirt must leave Ethiopia with these Italian soldiers. Serious thing. And Haile Selassie was attacked again by the Italians, Mussolini, and the bombs that went to bomb up Ethiopia was blessed by Pope Pius at the time. We see him in videos making the Holy Cross over the bombs that was sent to destroy Ethiopian people. Yet still, like Christopher Columbus, who was jailed and died in prison in chains and shackles in Spain, so was the fate of Mussolini, who not only died in the square in Rome, in Italy, was hung by his feet in the square. But we must also remember that this same Mussolini was the one who caused the women of Italy to take their wedding band of gold, to melt it, to use it, to buy arms, to invade and destroy the Ethiopian people. So the women gathered in the squares and placed their wedding ring, their gold then wedding ring, in the fountains, and it was smelted to solid gold. And this gold was used to wage war against the Ethiopian people. And Mussolini, against all the things that was legal in the League of Nations, sprayed mustard gas over the Ethiopian people. And anything that it touched died, animals and human beings alike. This is the war of the Italians against the Ethiopian people. And when the Ethiopians and Haile Selassie said, look here, they are dropping bombs on these defenseless people, The whole world say, which bomb? That it forced Haile Selassie to go into the fields where these bombs were dropping and found some unexploded bombs and placed his feet on top of these bombs and said, look here, see the bombs I was telling you about here? Take the picture of this and send it to the world to show the world what the Ethiopian people is going through with these bombs that is dropping on the Ethiopian people. That is a very famous picture by Haile Selassie standing on these unexploded bombs to show the world that these bombs were dropped there by the Italians, even though the world was going on like it wasn't happening. So Haile Selassie had to go to the League of Nations, which is now the United Nations. Just like how you have the OAU, which is now the AU. And meanwhile, Haile Selassie is talking. The white colonial countries is jeering this little man. They are jeering him, stamping them foot, talking while he is talking. And Haile Selassie is there making one of the greatest speeches any leader, head of state ever make to a group of people like the League of Nations, United Nations. And Haile Selassie said, what must I go back and tell my defenseless people? Don't you see that it is international morality that is at stake? Because you have struck the match in Ethiopia, and Europe shall feel it. And what we see happen is history. That Mussolini sided with Hitler, and out of that comes a world war that was unprecedented in history, where millions of people died, where Europeans started to kill Europeans left and right, where the tribes of Europe, France, Poland, Germany, Russia, England, white people was slaughtering white people. They tell us about our tribal war, so we can tell you about their tribal war too, because it would appear that they didn't have any tribal war. Well, World War I and World War II was the tribes of Europe killing off the tribes of Europe. And when them kill, it's not thousands in not even millions in 5 years, but millions in just a serious thing. Serious thing. But it is because they did not heed to this little short man who sit down and say, you see it now, international morality is at stake. You know, look upon what we do to Ethiopia. We have evidence of bombs dropping, Italian bombs. We have evidence of mustard gas. And we come here to tell you now that as a defenseless country and a part of this League of Nations, we must do something. So them never listen. And that is the cause and the penalty for not listening. The Second World War devastated the world, but not the world. Devastated economic, but not economy. Devastated social order, but not social order. Because we see that Europe burned. Because they struck the match in Ethiopia. But guess what? It burned Europe. Cutting edge.
The caged bird sings with a fearful trill.
Something different on them radio, especially in the night or so. Miriam Makeba and Nina Simone. Greatest songwriters, Bob Dylan, write that song. But it's when Miriam Makeba and Nina Simone do it, Trust me. And you know you have one by the Heptones too. Yes. Heptones popularized it in Jamaica. So we give a popular tune, a popular African tune, but we are give done by an Ethiopian artist. And why I listen to this version of this tune, you know, because it's sweet in the morning, yeah? Yes. 28 minutes to 2 o'clock, where we're upon the verge of finishing. Listen to this in the night, yeah, man. Sweet, sweet music for you. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Out of Ethiopia. Tune called Malaika. In here, believe you me. Out of Ethiopia. Tune called Malaika. My angel. Sweet music. What a sweet music. Listen, Africa style.